Upstate Golf Guys, we're back again. Grip it, rip it, let it fly. We play to win, never lay up. That's the play. From tee to green, golfing every day. With RGB, scram. 518, Mikey and Anthony. Pin high dreams, feel the breeze. Fairways calling down the tees. Roll it smooth, the body's tight. Grip on the green, yeah, we're rolling right. Addicted to gold, we're on the dance floor. Tee it up once, then we want more. More swing and shine, we're keeping score. Tee it up once, then we want more. Hey, then we want more. Hey, then we want more. Early shots at Fair Park, rise and grind. Upstate crew locked in that perfect line. From sun swings to twilight fades. Upstate vibes, no charades. Anthony's on the mic, passion's pure. Golfing crew, that's the cure. Addicted to golf, we're on the dance floor. Hit that fade, then chase for more. For Upstate heart, we ride the score. Tee it up once, then we want more. Oh, then we want more. Oh, then we want more.
Welcome back to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys podcast. Today we're shining on a light on someone truly important, Sophies Squad. If you haven't heard of them yet, Sophies Squad is an incredible organization dedicated to raising awareness for mental health, especially in youth sports. Their mission has touched countless lives, and one of their biggest events each year is the 5K walk. It's more than just a race. It's a chance for the community to come together, support one another, and continue breaking the stigma around mental health. We're excited to dive into the story behind Sophies Squad, the impact they're making, and how people could get involved in this year's 5K walk. Today we have back Marty McDangle, my good friend. He's been on the podcast many times, most recently with Jim Dowd. Great listen, so be sure to tune in. But he's also invited his good friend and friend of the creator of Sophies Squad, Joey Schwartz. Marty, why don't you introduce Uncle Puck?
Yeah, man. So Uncle Puck, me and him have been buddies for about 12 to 15 years, I'd say. I met him, hit it off with him right away. He used to be the captain at Colorado College, grew up in St. Paul, St. Paul Harding hockey legend. Tore up the USHL. I think he was third in points, has some amazing hockey stories. And the real reason, though, why I like the guy, man, is because he's always been in my corner, always been a supporter, man. If I'm hitting lows, if I'm getting depressed, if I'm getting anxious, Uncle Puck's always there for me. He's always calling me, man. Like, I went through a little bit of a trial and tribulation this last year where I was kind of down on myself, and Uncle Puck called me almost every day, man, telling me that you can't lose belief in yourself, how great I was. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Puck, man. You just never know what's going to happen. So Uncle Puck, let's hear what you got to say here, brother.
Yeah, guys, I think we all go through these little spells in life where it doesn't matter how successful you are. You could be a pro hockey player, pro basketball player, but ultimately we're just human beings. And when I heard my buddy was down, there's nothing in my heart that just stopped me, because this stuff's real. And I gave him a call, because Adam has so many good things going for him. And his heart is in it. And the guy's a salesman. Anybody that knows this kid, he can make $1 million selling because he's such a good kid with a good heart. He's got charisma. And I just had to pump them back up. Sometimes we get on that down, man, where we need a guy in your life to say, you know what, man, let's go. Let's get this done and keep on carrying on, man, because, dude, life is short. And all of us, I don't care who you are, man. You've been down that road. I've been down it. Everybody's been down it. And not to sidetrack it, man, but
Yeah, no,
That's where I committed suicide, man. So this stuff hits me hard, man.
yeah, man. The
And
mental health is real, man. The brain is a powerful organ, and it'll fuck you
yeah,
up, dude. Oh man. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad Marty's here, and I'll tell you what, man. Like I said, mental health is real. I mean, I've suffered some depression, some addiction as well. Overcame it, and that's part of the reason why I did this podcast, and part of the reason why golf saved my life. So I'm glad you're here with me right now. Listen, like you just hit the nail on the head. I still call him Marty. I know his name's Adam, but I call him Marty. No matter what, he's Marty McDangle to me. And dude's got the biggest heart in the world, and he has these motivational videos that just make me feel good in the morning. And it's almost like he cares about others more than himself. And those kind of friends, those kind of people are really important to have in this world. And sometimes you just got to focus on yourself, though. Sometimes you do got to just take care of yourself, and not everybody around you. And it's tough situation, man. The world isn't easy out there, man. You got to go one day at a time and just plug along. You know,
man, I hear
For
you
sure.
loud and clear on that one, brother.
yeah.
And
Tough.
you talk about great people with great hearts. That's Joey right here, man, and that's why I love the guy. The reason why he's on this podcast is he actually is friends with Terry Hughes, the president of the Sophies Squad Foundation. We're going to be golfing there on September 6th, and they have a 5K run at 10 a.m. followed by the golf tournament. If you're listening to this, come to that 5K run. It's going to be awesome. But Joey, why don't you tell us a little bit about Terry, how you know him, what he does in hockey, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, Terry and we kind of met through playing with the St. Paul Vulcans after high school. And, the guy was, might as well be twins, man. We're kind of two grinders, grinding it out, man, and same hockey style. The kid has a heart, and he became, he went to college, I went to college, and we just always maintained to be friends, and somehow we ended up living next to each other. And Terry runs STE hockey for the girls, Skate to Excellence. And then he just got into this foundation with Sophie. And it's just been a beautiful thing. I've been involved with the golf tournament now for about 3-4 years. So it's been really cool. And he's such a he's just like us guys. The guy's got a heart. He'd drop everything that he's doing in his life just to make sure that you're happy. And he takes care of the girls, and just a dynamite guy, man. I mean, you the kind of guy you want on your side. You know what I'm saying?
Most hockey guys are. I grew up playing hockey, man, and I'll tell you what, those are the friends to have. Full of support, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially the ones that you hated, because now I kind of like them.
That's right, because it's probably a lot like you, man. You play with that fire, man, Absolutely.
Anthony, I forgot to tell you that this guy sounds exactly like Macho Man Randy Savage, doesn't he?
He's awesome. I love it. Yeah. So tell me a little bit before we get into the event. Tell me, I know he touched up on it a little bit, but tell me a little bit about your hockey career, Joey, just real quick.
Yeah, I kind of started after high school, went to high school, and then I played 2 years with the St. Paul Vulcans in the USHL. And then I got a scholarship with Brad Budo. So I went to, it's called United States International University in San Diego, where the Fighting Gulls. And the program shut down. Budo still coached, and then Budo transferred to Colorado College. So I got lucky, and he took me with him. So I got 2 years at Colorado College, and I was a captain there for him. And after that, spent a little stint in Germany playing. And then I got a good call from, they were opening up the St. Paul Fighting Saints. So I was really fired up. That was coming back, man. So I got out of there and got on that team, and we were playing. And unfortunately, it shut down like mid-season for some odd reason. But great experience, to get the semi-pro, I'm proud of it.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I got banged up, a little bit hurt. So separated my shoulder, so my numbers weren't that great, but had a good career, I'm proud of it.
And
Good.
Joey, correct me if I'm wrong, and this kind of ties into the Jim Dowd segment that we did. Was Budo, did he coach under Herb Brooks?
I'm not sure if he did coach under Herb Brooks, but I mean, he was the Gopher coach for the longest time, most winning in Gopher coach
Right.
before he left there.
No kidding.
And, you know, the cool thing is I still talk to the guy today, man. I mean, just a dynamite guy, because not many players do, but I've always kept in contact with him. And then I got to give one shout out to my boy, Kevin Hartzell, who coached the Vulcans. Just a dynamite guy as well.
I love it. Now, Marty may not have told you, I did grow up playing hockey. I stopped at high school level, but I get out there on the pond. I still play. I got my skates. I got all my pads still. I dig them out of my parents' house and just I look at them. I smell them. Sometimes I still have that hockey smell. I never clean my equipment, man. I just let that let that shit stew in the sweat. But why don't we get into what's important and what this podcast is about? Marty, you interviewed Terry last week, and I told you I would do my best to get that interview on this podcast, and I was able to do it. I have it in 3 parts. So it's actually about 9 minutes long, so I'm going to run it all back to back. So if you want to go there and hit a golf shot in between, and I know you're out there on the course, we're going to run this 10 minutes, and then we'll talk about Sophies Squad a little more and how you could sign up, and we'll close it out. But I'd love to. I know you're out there. I'd love to get you guys back on for just like another hockey podcast, and we'll actually run something separate from this one. So, but here's Marty last week. You have something to say, Marty?
Yeah, we'll stick on and listen to the interview, and then we'll hop back on after the interview.
Perfect.
Okay, Joey?
Perfect. Yeah, I'll minimize you off, and then we're going to do the interview, and then I'll bring you guys back up. We could even pause it a second if Marty's in the middle of a shot or something. So I'm going to run the interview right now with Marty and with Terry. Thanks, guys.
Hey, what's going on? It's Marty McDangle here. Wanted to give a huge shout out to the Upstate Golf Guys podcast for putting us on their platform today. I am honored to be with our special guest today. He's the president of Sophies Squad, which is an amazing charity he's going to tell us about, and he's also the owner of Skate to Excellence. Terry, why don't you give us a little bit of background on what you got going on with Sophies Squad?
Well, Sophies Squad was originated 4 years ago, 2021. We had a young girl who was playing in our program, Skate to Excellence, and her mental health was not in a good spot. And nobody would know to tell. She was just a great kid, outstanding. She always had a smile on her face, would brighten up the room, 4.0 student. If she wasn't involved in something in school, that would be surprising. She played in the orchestra. She was part of the Minnesota Wild. Just a great young girl. And I got a phone call one day from her sister and said Sophie didn't make it that day. She ended up committing suicide at the age of 14.
So can you tell us a little bit of how the charity came together here?
Yeah, so that year, 2021, went to Boston 2 days after this whole tragedy, and her older sister played on my hockey team as well, and they were deciding whether they should come to Boston or not 2 days after this horrific, tragic thing that happened to their family. They ended up coming out, and which I thought was a good thing. They thought it was a good thing after the fact. When we got to Boston, I went up to see her mother to see how she was doing. So I got in the room, obviously talked, tears, hugs, and she kind of made me read the suicide note. And I read the suicide note, very hard to read, but I'm glad I got to read it now that I'm the president of Sophies Squad. It kind of puts me in a spot where I know where these kids are coming from, and it kind of helps me navigate a little bit through that. But anyways, I stood up and I looked at her mother and I said, Amy, I said, I promise you one thing. I'm going to do something about this when we get back to Minnesota. And gave her a hug, and we hugged and went downstairs, and I had 2 teams that year, so we had like 34 sets of parents. Went downstairs. My son was there. My daughter was there. My wife was there. And I just stood up and got silence in the room, which was a loud crowd at that time with the coffee that was being poured and having a good old time. But stood up on a chair and I just said, hey, whoever wants to be involved in helping this mental health issue that we need to, when we get back to Minnesota, come on over. So I don't know, there were 17, 20 parents that came over. We stood around a little table and we talked, and my son Colin talked about there was a golf tournament I used to run for Skate to Excellence. I did it for years. And at that time I ran it to raise money for kids that couldn't afford to play hockey. So I take that money and try and help five kids every year. I try and help so they could play hockey in the summer. And my son says, hey, Dad, why don't we turn that tournament into a Sophies Squad golf tournament? We're like, oh, my goodness. Yeah, that'd be great. And then Gabby had some other good ideas, and other people sitting around had great ideas. And I got back to Minnesota. I kind of let the dust settle for 2 weeks, if you will, and just let everyone kind of take in what really happened here. It was the tragedy happened, and all of a sudden we're in Boston together, and it's just like, okay, we got to just settle down here. I don't know, it's probably 2 weeks went by, and I didn't text anyone. I didn't email anyone. I called them all personally and said, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to meet up at the National Sports Center on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. Lo and behold, 17 to 20 people showed up. I was just, wow. And we started. I mean, we were seriously at ground zero. We didn't have nothing. We didn't have a logo. We didn't have a name. All we had is we've got a mental health problem issue here, and we need to figure out what we're going to do. So that's how Sophies Squad originated. And I have to say we've hit it out of the park. 4 years, we've done 20 to 40 to 50 events each winter. This is our 4th year at our golf tournament. Last year, we did very well. We raised over $100,000 last year, which was tremendous. It's just, we're doing tremendous things. Very proud of what we do. It's kind of sad that this such a much needed event in our world, and we just want all kids to know that it's okay to not be okay. We want to stop the stigma of hiding, being in silence, and if you got something that's bothering you, you need to talk to somebody, whether it's your coach, your mom, your dad. When you got to talk about it, and it's okay. And I think that's starting to get out, because I feel more kids are talking about the problems that they have.
Yeah, that sounds amazing, Terry. As somebody that's dealt with mental health stuff, I'm really excited. Joey Schwartz, aka Uncle Puck, is the reason I found out about you, and we're blessed enough to be able to come to the golf tournament this year. And I don't know if Lombardi sent the putter and driver yet, but I'm really excited to be a part of this.
I haven't seen the driver, but I have seen the putter, so thank you for that.
Yep. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's September 6th, correct? It's September 6th, correct?
September 6th, if I can. We have our 4th year annual golf tournament 5K run walk. I'm on the 5K run walk. It's more up our mission. It's more what we're kind of doing with Sophies Squad. Anyways, we'll have in the years past 200 to 300 athletes come out. Usually high school to college age kids are kind of our biggest crowd, and we'd like to invite everybody to come on out. The 5K is going to be held on September 6th out at Bunker Hills Golf Course in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. September 6th. It starts at 10 o'clock. Love to see all of you there and support the 5K run walk. The golf tournament, however, is full, which is fantastic. But we are looking for more walk. If you can't be at the 5K run walk or the golf tournament, you can go to sophiesquad.org and you can go in there and you can as well any way that you want to find your way to donate and kind of look at some of the things that we've done so far in the last 4 years.
All right, thanks, Terry. I think that should be a wrap for this episode. Maybe we can get you back on at a different time, and we can get you and Uncle Puck back on the podcast, and you guys can kind of muck it up about the old days. So thanks again for your time, Terry, and I can't wait to see you on September 6th. Can't wait to see you on. Yeah, it's going to be a great time, and so thanks again for hopping on here, and we will get this episode out definitely before the tournament. Okay.
That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Yep. Have a blessed day, man.
You too.
And there it is. That was good. Some interview, Marty, and some story, and breaks my heart. It really, truly does. But it's nice to see some light that comes out of it, and if we could help others with this story, that's the goal. And I have the website up now. So the event is September 6th. So if you cannot make the event, and you can't make it all the way over, for my listeners that are mostly here in upstate New York, because this is in Minnesota, I believe, right?
Yep.
Is out your way? So we would love to see as many people go click this donate now button and give something. Give what you could give. There's a $10 option there. So anything helps. Anything helps. And, I mean, if you can make it over there, I mean, listen, go to the 5K walk. I'm sure it'll be a ton of fun. I, unfortunately, cannot make it. We have a lot going on that time of year. And we're actually heading to New Orleans this Thursday for our 10-year wedding anniversary. No kids, so we're going to get wild. Should be pretty fun.
You going to see Uncle P down there?
What do you think? What do you think? I'm going to New Orleans, and I'm not going to see Uncle P? We're not golfing. I told him, he was bummed out because he's not going to take me golfing. And I'm like, Uncle P, I golf 24/7 up here. I'm like, let's go to lunch. I'm like, I just want to see you. You know what I mean? That's all. That's cool with me. So, yeah, we're going to get together for a lunch or something. So
that's awesome, man. But I wanted to thank you out of the bottom of my heart for letting us use your platform here to get this out there. Because, I mean, if we raise $5 from this podcast, hey, yep. That's $5 more dollars than we had before. So thank you very much.
For you, Marty, anytime, buddy. For you, Marty, anytime. Man. You got the biggest heart I know.
Yeah, I appreciate it, my man. It's great what you do for everybody out there on the podcast.
Thanks, man. I really try, and listen, I have great support. I have some great people around me, and people like Marty and people like Uncle Paulie, and then my listeners on the Golf Week tour that really keeps me plugging along. I love it. I love what I do, and again, it keeps me kind of clean and straight. You know, it keeps my head straight, it keeps me busy. So I love it. Listen, I
give a shout out to Uncle P. I haven't met him yet. He sounds like a good guy.
He's the man.
Joey, you got to tell Steve Wilkos what's up. I told him Steve Wilkos was on the show. And what did you say, Joey?
Oh, dude, he's my idol, man. Steve-O, yeah.
He's awesome. Get the fuck. I'm not going to swear because this is for this podcast, but get the hell off my stage.
Man, when it was Jerry Springer and I was watching him, oh, man, then it turned into him. It was just the greatest thing ever, man.
Yeah, he was badass, man. He was awesome. When I had him on the podcast, I went back and YouTubed a ton of like the old Jerry episodes, watching him when he was young, getting into it. Because I mean, he was like the one that was in the middle of every fight. And then even on Jerry, like they started chanting. It wasn't even Jerry they were chanting. They wanted to see the fight, so they started chanting Steve.
Oh yeah,
because they were just a crowd. That was great, man. That's awesome. I'm glad that you remembered that too. That's
Joey's cousin is Vanderpump Rules. If you've ever seen that freaking documentary or reality TV show, it's hilarious.
I haven't. I'm gonna have to look into it though. Okay, what was it on? What channel was it on?
It was on Bravo.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Vanderpump Rules is Tommy Schwartz.
No kidding. Shoot me a link, Marty, when you get a chance. So I want to see that. I'll go look for it too.
We should try to get Vanderpump and old Joey on the freaking podcast together. That'd be sick.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's awesome though. But listen, again, I want everybody to go at least check this out. I want everybody to go over to Sophies Squad.org and at least see what they're all about. At least check them out. And if you could donate $10, donate it, because for this cause, it's very important for sure. But guys, I know Marty's out there finishing up a round, and Joey, I appreciate you hopping on, and it was great meeting you. And I want to have you guys back on for a fuller, like a longer podcast where we'll talk more hockey and some more stories. And Marty's good. Yeah. Marty's good at organizing those, so we'll definitely set something up.
Joey's got a lot of them. I'll text you the one, because it's probably not podcast appropriate.
Okay.
And he doesn't want to bring these guys into it.
Yeah. No. I was gonna say everything's podcast appropriate unless the person, you don't want that dirty laundry spilled. But it's like I don't really edit anything. I'm not I haven't been canceled yet. I like to get a little raw and dirty sometimes on my podcast. That's what podcasts are all about, man. You know what I mean? You're supposed to.
I told him he's got to tell this story on the podcast, and the guy's famous for non-hockey stuff. He got into a fight with him. He's like, I don't want to bring him into it.
That's understandable. That's understandable. But listen, those are the stories that go viral, man. Those are the stories But all right, boys. Listen. I appreciate you guys hopping on, and again, go check one more time. Check out sophiessquad.org. Donate or make it over to the 5K event. And we appreciate Terry. He's not on right now, but Terry, what you do, that's great, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you for the interview with Marty. And again, thank you for all the listeners for tuning in to this pop-up episode of the Upstate Golf Guys podcast.
High dreams, feel the breeze, fairways calling down the tees, roll it smooth, the ball